Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over an interesting situation out of the state of New Hampshire with Republican Governor Chris Sununu. Now we've been hearing, if you've been following the 2022 rumors, that Chris Sununu will run for Senate in 2022. We've been hearing this for a while. I've been saying this for a while. And a lot of the questions is he going to run? And if so, why hasn't he announced yet? And we're seeing an interesting move that a lot of the GOP's top donors and such are making a play for him to run. We're seeing Republican RNSC chair, the Senate committee, Rick Scott, come up to New Hampshire to campaign for him and hold fundraisers. We're seeing people like Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump have said positive things about Chris Sununu. A lot of Republican senators are urging Sununu to run. So the question is, will he run? And if he is, why hasn't he kind of announced it yet? Well, first things first is this article says it very, very well. You have to understand who Chris Sununu is and kind of what he's all about. For people who don't live in the state of New Hampshire, they probably just see, ooh, another top Republican Senate recruit. But for people who actually know the state of New Hampshire, no, that's not what Chris Sununu is. Sununu and his family have a long history in the state of New Hampshire of being in politics. And Chris Sununu, I can say more than a lot, even his family members, has really put an emphasis on making the state better and being part of the community in the state of New Hampshire and trying to better the state as governor. And he's got a lot of foundations, he's got a lot of charities going. So being governor is something that I think is very, very important to him. And he's also said in the past that he doesn't really like Washington politics. He doesn't like how divisive it is, and he doesn't like how nothing gets done. And that's why we've seen, I believe it is right here, Rick Scott says, Chris is a doer, and I think he'd be a great senator, and I know he would win. Chris Sununu likes to do things. He doesn't like to just kind of be like talking points like a lot of senators do. If you remember in 2016, this is actually one of the more memorable moments that was not Trump-related, was when Chris Christie went after Marco Rubio and saying how a lot of senators just have a 30, 35, 40-second speech prepared, and if after that's over, they pretty much got nothing. And then Marco Rubio literally did that, and Chris Christie caught him on that. And I think Chris Sununu is very much in that governor role of getting things done, liking to do things that makes people feel better and makes people's lives better. So Chris Sununu, I think, going from governor to Senate is actually a pretty hard decision for him probably, because he probably really does enjoy being governor, and he's doing a pretty good job. All the polls show him with at least a 65% approval rating. Republicans like him, independents like him, and even a decent amount of Democrats like him as well. The main issue for him is I think he knows the second he announces he's running for Senate, that all instantly flips. Because then it's going to be all about, the second a governor announces he's running for Senate, it becomes, oh, you just want to give Mitch McConnell another seat, or you're just a super close friend of Donald Trump, or, oh, you just want to get rid of Pelosi, or you just want to be just like Schumer. The Senate races become super nationalized. And I think that the National Republican Party is trying to get Chris Sununu to run because he knows he'll be one of the better candidates and better pickup opportunities. But I think Chris Sununu, one thing that the article brings up, he's never ran a Senate-like candidacy. He's run governor, which is local. Can he fundraise and get enough money? Rick Scott says the money will be there for him, but running for Senate is something Chris Sununu has never done. And I'm sure his family has great advice for him on how to run for Senate and kind of how to fundraise and such. But it's going to be a difference. It's going to be a change of pace. We saw Maggie Hassan run against Kelly Ayotte in 2016 as the governor running against a kind of semi-unpopular senator, and Hassan ended up only winning by about, 1,000 votes? Kelly Ayotte actually overperformed President Trump. So if that happens at Sununu versus Hassan, I don't see why a repeat of 2016 is impossible. But again, that race was decided by 1,000 votes. And New Hampshire is not one of the most independent-minded states for no reason. They could vote for Sununu or Hassan. Just because, I know I've said in the past, I think if Sununu runs, I think he's probably going to win the race. That's because I think the polling and the momentum is on his side. But there's no question, Chris Sununu is at a 65% approval rating. If he announces he's running, that probably goes down to the 50s very quickly, because when races become more nationalized, the popular governors go down in popularity with all the negative ads run by the media and by the opposition party. So that's going to happen. But as for Chris Sununu, I do think right now, I think he is going to run for Senate. I think the National Republican Party needs him to run for Senate. And I think the National Democratic Party do not want him to run, but are more than preparing in the eventuality he does run. And what I mean by that is they're going to have attack ad after attack ad, and they're going to have fundraiser after fundraiser ready to go after Sununu, trying to tie him to former President Trump all that they can, trying to tie him to just being Mitch McConnell's, another one of his senators that will kind of extreme his agenda. And you're going to see these ads everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if you live in Massachusetts or Vermont and you're going to get these New Hampshire ads. This is going to be one of the most expensive races, certainly in New Hampshire history, but maybe even the Senate history and history of the country at all. Which is why I think Chris Sununu is taking his time, because once he announces he's in, he's in. He's in for over a year and a quarter. And I don't blame him for wanting to take his time and kind of enjoy the calm. Now, it's kind of like a calm before the storm, because the second he's in, he's in. And it's going to be like attack after attack after attack. And then if he wins, it's never going to stop. If he loses, then he won't be governor anymore either. And then who knows? So I think Chris Sununu is kind of just taking his time, and he has every right to do so. The New Hampshire Senate primary is not for, I think literally a year. So he has plenty of time. Maybe it's in May. But either way, he's got plenty of time to decide. It's no rush. And I think he's taking his time, but I do think at the end of the day, Sununu will run, and the Republicans will have another top recruit to run in 2022. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber of mine, thank you so much for coming back. Again, I say it every video, but it really does mean the world to me. You guys keep coming back. I really appreciate it. That was going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.